What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Shreyas. So 2 weeks back I posted a video asking you guys if I should make a video about bodybuilding and the truth behind bodybuilding and what's actually happening. You guys gave a positive response, but on Instagram few people messaged me, no dude, don't do it, it's not right, you will be talking bad about bodybuilding. I'm not going to talk bad about bodybuilding. I'm just going to talk about the reality. There's a difference between bad and reality. Sadly, the reality is very bad. Anyways, I'll start off with the video. And one more thing, guys, as you go on with the video, you might get offended somewhere, and just don't take it personally, or don't take it as a personal attack on some of your favorite bodybuilders or anything. Okay, I'm just going to talk about the reality. I've been there, I've seen that, just that I haven't done it. Okay, I haven't gone into the deep life of bodybuilding, so I'm thankful to that. So mark my words, it's 2017. In the next 5 years, all the frauds, all the unknowledgeable people and all the idiots in the fitness industry will be exposed. No one will do that. They will automatically be exposed, and people will get smart. People are already getting smarter, and there will be a boiling point for that. Eventually, all these people who are frauds, all these people who scam people, all these people who try to make money out of other people without providing anything, all of you will get exposed. Now there are YouTubers who say I'm all about honesty, I'm all about this, all about that. It's total bullshit. If they were honest about bodybuilding, they wouldn't be able to make any money out of bodybuilding. If you want to take my words, take my words. Just if you don't like me, don't think that I'm talking. Just think that someone is trying to send out a message. Okay, so let's begin. Now I'll tell you right off the bat, I'll tell you one thing, guys. To become a world-class bodybuilder, and if you want to compete at the IFBB, top IFBB, which is where Phil Heath and Dexter Jackson, Kai Green, all these people compete, you need to be very, very rich, or filthy rich. You should be fucking rich. Why? Anabolic steroids. The thing about bodybuilding is, these days, it's not about the workout, it's not about the diet. Everyone does that, but the problem is the requirements for a top bodybuilder has gone to such an extreme level that they will have to spend lot of money on steroids and all the other supplements, and even things like growth hormone, insulin. So growth hormone is the thing that people spend a lot of money on. I might use the names of few steroids in this video just so that you guys know the total expenses. And I'm going to talk about the expenses from the beginning of this video, just because that is where Indian bodybuilders lag. Recently there has been a lot of funding coming into bodybuilding and for bodybuilders, but the sad reality is that's not enough to take them to the top. The truth about bodybuilding is this: you need to work out for a long time, you need to diet for a long time, and you need to continuously take steroids for a long time. Okay, that is the thing. The problem with Indian bodybuilders, or the bodybuilders in our country, is, I'm sorry if I'm using the word Indian too many times, just speaking on behalf of my countrymen. Okay, these people can only afford for one cycle. Okay, one cycle lasts for 3 to 4 months, and that's all they can afford for. After that, what happens is they come off the steroids, and they come off all the cycle, and what happens, they lose most of the gains. So what happens, they get depressed, which I'll talk about later, and they don't go to the gym for a while. They come back to the gym and they start working out, and they try to save up some money, follow another cycle, put on some size, do 1 or 2 month cutting cycle where they shed body fat and they get shredded, and they compete and they're done again. Their bank account is cleaned up, they don't have any money on them, and that's done. This is what happens with a typical bodybuilder in our country. Okay, and I don't care how many events are conducted, I don't care how many people try to fund these bodybuilders, it will not take them to the next level or to the highest level, that is IFBB. I'm not talking about getting IFBB Pro card. IFBB Pro card, guys, how many Indian bodybuilders have IFBB Pro card? Almost nothing. Okay, and there are many reasons for that, which I will also discuss in this video, but that is the first point. Indians do not, the bodybuilders that represent our country, they are not rich enough. I'm sorry, I'm not discriminating anyone. They're not rich enough, or they do not have enough money, or they can't afford these steroids for a long time, and they can't afford especially the growth hormone. It's really expensive, and to get proper growth hormone, it's really hard, and that is what keeps them or takes their physique to the next level, and that doesn't happen. So because of lack of money, because bodybuilding at that level, seriously guys, if you ask me, I think Phil Heath will be spending at least 50,000 every day. This is my estimation, but 50,000 every day. Okay, I'm just giving you an example. Okay, I seriously think he's spending 50,000. And where does that money come from? He makes a lot of money from his websites, and people like you, at least one or two of you, will be subscribed to his newsletters and all these things, and he makes money out of that. And he has sponsors, he has his own brand, he makes videos and all these things, and he makes features in ads and all these things, and that's how he makes money. What about us? How many of our bodybuilders can do that? And 50,000 for an Indian is like lot of money, and that too only for bodybuilding. It's a hell lot of money. And even doing that, you will not reach the level of Phil Heath, which takes me to the next topic: knowledge. The first thing about India is we fall prey to we tend to fall prey to things very easily. We have very less self-control, and what happens is when you see someone building a body very fast, you're like, wow, let me go and ask him. He has built a crazy physique. Let me ask him what he is doing, and he'll tell you what he's doing. He won't tell you the workout, he won't tell you the diet, he'll straightly go on to the stack or the steroids that he's using. So what he'll tell you, bro, you want a body in 3 months? Done. 12-week transformation. He'll put him on all kinds of steroids. He doesn't bother about his side effects and what can go wrong in his body, and he'll do that. The other guy will get a crazy physique. And seeing him, the other guy will approach this guy. He'll ask him about all these things instead of giving advice, because nobody taught him what the right thing to do is to do in the gym is about your diet, your workout. So what happens? The other guy just suggests the third guy that bro, I took this and this. Just come to the gym, eat this, eat that, go on a low carb diet, and you'll get a great physique. This has been continuing from a few years. I mean, I must say 20-30 years, and that is why we have not yet progressed. The lack of knowledge is the biggest reason why our physiques is not at that level. You can go to Instagram, just go to the explore page. You will see hundreds and hundreds of international bodybuilders, and they are not even in the top 50 in the world, and they are better than every one of us, every one of us. And what do we blame that to? Genetics. Indian genetics are not good for bodybuilding. That's not at all true, guys. I can bet you guys, these people, these international bodybuilders, they will be on a proper workout routine, proper nutrition plan, and all these things, okay, and of course proper steroid protocol as well. That is why you see very rare cases of side effects of anabolic steroids in foreigners. In India, I can see hundreds of people every day having some sort of side effect. Some people have hair loss, some people have a very bad gyno, some people they say that their dick doesn't get hard, and some people have a lot of acne. Okay, so this is where the knowledge thing comes in. They have no idea what they are putting into their body. Forget about the steroids. Steroids play a very important role, which I told you earlier as well, to reach that next level. I'm talking about the basic amateur level. These guys have no idea how to work out. These guys have no idea anything about nutrition. They don't know about calories in. They don't know about how to burn fat. That is how to create a deficit. They don't know how to build muscle, even though they are on roids, which can build muscle without proper diet and training. What I'm saying is, just imagine if they have proper knowledge or the science behind nutrition and training. If they do it and then take all this steroids or medicine as they call it, just imagine the level of physique they'll have. Some of the people I've seen, they have crazy genetics, guys, and when I see them work out, it's like it doesn't make any sense. They burn out every single day in the gym, and they take so much of dope as in steroids, that their receptors eventually will get worn out, and they won't make any progress. So there are guys who look the same from the last 3 years even after taking so much of steroids. So instead of that, they could just start off on a very low dosage, learn to use that amount of gear or dope, and then concentrate on working out properly, and nutrition as well. Concentrate on their nutrition as well, because nutrition plays a very important part, and when you are on roids, your nutrition plays even bigger role. You need to eat lot of food if you want to get big when you are on anabolic steroids. So I'm talking about steroid because in this day and age, bodybuilding is all about steroids. Doesn't mean that you have to take so much of steroids. Some of the people I've seen, oh my god, if you see the amount of dope they are taking, it's absolutely unbelievable. And when I look at their physiques, of course they are ripped, they are decently big, but nothing astonishing, like nothing, jaw dropping. Their physiques are not jaw dropping, that's what I'm saying. And when I watch them working out, they do not have a proper setup for a workout. They just come to the gym, do whatever they want. Yeah, I'm sweating, I got a good pump, and that's all. Okay, and they have no knowledge. If I can find 20 people around me without knowledge, just imagine the situation will be the same in every part of our country. And I'm not from any village or such. I can see a lot of bodybuilders around me, and I can see a lot of people, and the knowledge is not that great, guys. And not even great, they're not even close to being average. They don't know anything about nutrition. Forget training, they don't have no idea about nutrition. They just eat protein. They just eat a lot of protein, and that is not enough to build or to get a great physique. There are other macronutrients as well. They are fucking up their health, guys. Oh my god, I've seen people not even able to pronounce what they are taking. They can't even say testosterone propionate or testosterone enanthate or trenbolone acetate. They can't even properly pronounce these words. Okay, so just imagine if they can't pronounce the name, they will not have any idea about what they are putting into their body. I hope you are feeling what I'm saying, right? So just put yourself in that place. If you want to be a bodybuilder, you need to be a smart person first. If you are an idiot who is influenced by people around you very easily, bodybuilding will fuck your life up 100%, mark my words. So if you are one 20-year-old boy here, just wanting to do bodybuilding as a profession, I honestly ask you or request you, to think twice, be smart enough, and just don't jump into that pit or that garbage. I'm sorry if I'm using harsh words, but bodybuilding is not going to feed your family, not at all. It can ruin your family. This is where the mental state comes in. As a bodybuilder, when you are taking a lot of anabolic steroids, what happens? What does testosterone do? Testosterone makes you feel more manly, makes you feel more alpha. You get an ego boost. Okay, so when you are on that thing for testosterone for for 3 to 4 months, your ego would have gone to such an ego boost might have gone to such an extent that it is hard to get it down. Okay, and the problem is when you run out of money or run out of cash, what happens? You will have to stop taking those dope. It will take a lot of time for your body to get the testosterone, natural testosterone back. If you're lucky, you will get all your natural testosterone back, but 90% of the people are not that lucky. What happens is it takes lot of time, like a lot of months for your body to get that natural testosterone back. During that phase, when you are not taking anabolic steroids, there will be a lot of fluctuations happening in your body, hormonal imbalances happening in your body. You can get side effects because of that as well. You can get depressed. Depression is the number one thing for bodybuilders that I've seen. Bodybuilders get so depressed, their ego boost, they are trying hard to maintain that level of alpha-ness or that alpha mentality, and that ego boost will slowly come down and they won't like it. Because of this, they get depressed. Okay, they get depressed. Depression is a big thing in bodybuilding which people do not talk about. You might see a lot of bodybuilders on social media just going out, like just stopping them featuring themselves on social media for a while. Why? Depression. The mental state becomes so weak and they get so depressed, the ego level comes down like to normal, and the alpha feeling comes down. That is when they think that it's time to jump on steroids again. Okay, so they jump on steroids again, the ego boost comes up, attitude changes completely. So if you are around a bodybuilder, most of the times you'll be like, wow, this guy, something wrong with him. Okay, and if you are a person with a short temper, you will get very angry very fast when you are on a cycle. Not a joke, this is serious, and I have seen people with that issue. So if you are normally a very happy person, and you are a very humble person, down to earth person, that won't affect you a lot. But most of the people close to their competition, when they are increasing the amount of things like trenbolone, stanozolol and all these things, it can affect you. It can affect you, and it can affect people around the bodybuilder as well. Okay, so mental state is a big thing for bodybuilders when they are on steroids. It is better, I honestly suggest you don't get personal with the bodybuilder. He can flip anytime. Okay, he can flip anytime. I'm very careful about that. I don't mingle a lot with bodybuilders because they can flip anytime. Of course, unless you are very close to that person, don't get very close to that person. Okay, so this is the mental state, and like I talked about it affecting your close people who are close to you. I have heard cases where a bodybuilder just spent all his money on bodybuilding and he couldn't feed his family, his wife and his kids. Okay, so the family ripped apart, they had to separate ways, and these are things that nobody tells you. There can be 100 reasons for a couple to separate, but this could have been avoided, right? This is a thing, and the person didn't even make money out of bodybuilding. Talk about that later. I'm very excited for this video because जो भी मेरे दिल में था, like whatever was inside me, I'm just vomiting it out, because I call it vomit because it's not a good feeling to have. Okay, so yeah, families get affected, parents are tortured. I've heard situations where parents are begging with the bodybuilder's friend for him to stop bodybuilding because the situation in his house is such that there are needles all around the house. The boy is having too much of anger issues, and a few times in a year he's depressed, and all these mental imbalances, उसका मानसिक संतुलन ठीक नहीं होता है. You know what I mean, for all you Hindi guys. So family relationships are getting disrupted, couples are separating ways, kids are getting affected. All these things are a big part of bodybuilding that no one ever tells you. And this is not only the case in our country. There are people in other countries as well. And recently, okay, now let me talk about the money involved in bodybuilding. Okay, there's no money involved in bodybuilding. I'm sorry. The only people that are making money in bodybuilding are the people who conduct these events, these bodybuilding events. For example, the national level Mr. India bodybuilding shows. These people are making hell lot of money. Okay, then there are big expos where people compete. They are making hell lot of money. 5,000 rupees for participating is how much, bro? 5,000 per person. If there are 100 people competing, how much, bro? It's almost in lakhs, right? And there are different categories, right? So a lot of people compete in these men's physique events, and it's hell lot of money. But what does an athlete make? Nothing. You can't be a bodybuilder, bro. Bodybuilding is just an hobby. Bodybuilding is just a hobby. Bodybuilding is not a sport. It will never be a sport. And it is only on the decline. There's no hype behind the Mr. Olympia, which is coming in 6 weeks. I know it because I follow few of these bodybuilders like Phil Heath, and they always put pictures reminding people it's 6 weeks out. If they're not, if there was no social media, no one would even be bothered about bodybuilding. Well, then you might ask, Shreyas, you are also a bodybuilder. I'm not. I always ask my parents to tell people that I'm not a bodybuilder, because that is all people think I am. I'm not a bodybuilder. Look at me. I have a skinny neck as well. How can I be a bodybuilder? I'm a fitness coach. I coach average human beings, average aam aadmi, to build a good physique. And that doesn't happen in 1 month or 2 months. That happens in few months or maybe a year as well. Okay, so I'm not a bodybuilder. So I was happy, and I'm still happy, and I'm thankful that I was smart enough to not jump into this pit of bodybuilding. There's so much gandagi. It's so dirty that people are so selfish. People are so arrogant, they're so stubborn, they only think about themselves, which is not a bad thing, but selfishness can cause a lot of other things as well. Selfishness can cause harm to other people. And there are the knowledge part, guys. Nobody has a knowledge. Now coming from the athletes to the trainers. Now when it comes to bodybuilding, we call these trainers chemists. Okay, these people put chemicals inside other people's bodies, their clients' bodies, and they don't give a shit. For that trainer, you are just a client. Okay, he wants to make money out of you as much as possible. He'll sell you dope. He'll sell you supplements. Of course, supplements can be fake or real. Let's assume he's selling you real supplements. The dope, this is another problem, guys. The dope, lot of the steroids that you get are fake. You will never know if the steroids are fake or real unless and until you put it inside your body. Supplements, at least you can tell, okay fine, the packaging is not good, the flavor is not good, but steroids you can't tell. That too when you don't have enough knowledge. Okay, so even if you are trying to get into bodybuilding or competitive bodybuilding, make sure that you educate yourself first. Of course, you will need the help of another person just to get your steroids, because it is very hard to get steroids, and it is partly illegal as well. You can get it from a medical store, but again there comes the money. It's very expensive. So you need to go to a trainer or you need to go to a guru and just ask him for dope, and he'll give you. 90% of the cases I've seen, the dope that is given to this poor upcoming bodybuilders, poor as in not money wise, I'm saying bechare log, they get underdosed stuff and not so original stuff, and their body, the results won't come. But if you get proper stuff, of course you'll get results. And this is where the problem lies, guys. Even the trainers, instead of educating themselves, they are more bothered about educating themselves about steroids, how a steroid can work. Okay, and in our place, in our country, all these trainers have just one guru. So what happened is, this is how it might have happened. 25 years ago, there might have been one guy who just started it off. He might have educated his friend, he might have told his friend, and that continued into a big circle, and we are in 2017, and I don't think much has progressed. Even with steroids, more is not better. Just like when you're working out, more is not better. Even with steroids, more is not better. The problem is, eventually you'll plateau. So that is why you see people suddenly making lot of gains. After that, they just diminish. They're not even there. Okay, they just look the same. Now, a counter, you might put a counter argument like saying that there are bodybuilders from our country who have won Mr. World, who have won Mr. Asia. How many of them? And how much money they make? And how good is their life? Just tell me that. They might wear Adidas, beautiful Jordans, and they might be driving a car, but not everything is theirs. Okay, the only people making money in bodybuilding are either people who are sponsored, who have a business, who have an alternative business, who have rich parents. I'm sorry to all of you whose parents are rich. This is where the family thing comes, guys. They ask so much money to their parents that their parents are like, oh my god, where are you spending all this money, dude? So these parents are being tortured for money to buy dope, and when the dope gets better, as in the quality of dope gets better, the amount you have to spend for the dope also is so much. Okay, so knowledge, guys. Knowledge is power. Okay, if you don't have knowledge, you can't reach anywhere. So my message is, please educate yourself. Now, I recently came across a bodybuilder named Rajesh. His social media name is Shredded Rajesh. I think his name is Rajesh Yadav or something. What a beautiful physique. I think he's the only one in India who has that proper muscle quality when you compare it to the international or at the world level. His physique is absolutely crazy. His legs are crazy. He has crazy developed glutes. All his muscles are developed. There's great separation in his body. Proper fibers. You can see all the proper fibers. He is in good condition throughout the year. Okay, so he competes in WBBF, I guess, which is a pretty good organization. After IFBB, I think that is the organization that is good. Okay, I don't know much about his personal life, but I'm just saying. Now, is he a bodybuilder? No, he's not a world beating bodybuilder. He won't beat the top level IFBB pros, but he has a very good physique. Now all the compliments for Shredded Rajesh. You're awesome, your body is great. Forget Shredded Rajesh for a moment. Tell me other bodybuilders who can beat any IFBB pro bodybuilders. I always go on my Instagram, just press the explore page, go to the explore page. I don't see much there. I honestly don't see much there. And now to all the women bodybuilders from our country. I seriously can't believe that an 18-year-old girl, I'm not judging anyone, it's their choice to lift weights, it's their choice to get stronger. It's a great thing that women are also getting into fitness and inspiring other women to get into fitness, but I feel you're missing a trick there. The side effects that these female athletes from our country have is absolutely unbelievable. I recently saw a video of an 18-year-old girl. I can't even recognize if she was the one talking or someone else is talking for her. Her voice is so manly, and that is not fitness, that is not bodybuilding, that is not what you should represent as a woman. I'm not saying that you shouldn't take steroids or whatever, but don't take it to such an extent. You're still 18 that you get these crazy side effects. Women can get hair fall, male pattern baldness. Women can have enlargement of the clitoris. Women can get a thick voice like men. And the voice was so manly that I was astonished. And the bad thing is, the body is not even at that level. So what does this say? Man or woman, it doesn't matter. You need years of hard work and dedication. I'm a natural athlete, as you all know. For me, staying in that condition is not at all possible. Okay, 90% of the natural athlete, they don't stay ripped year round. So the problem this is where the problem is caused. I get so many hate comments. I understand I'm a little bit too heavy. There are other people like my friend Yash Sharma and all these people. People even comment on them. They're saying that bro, you should cut and all these things. A healthy body is not a ripped body. A healthy muscle is not a hard muscle. A hard, stiff muscle is not a healthy muscle. If you want, just Google it, you'll find it out. Okay, a healthy muscle is not stiff. Okay, so all these bodybuilders and these women, they don't even compare to these international women, guys. And the thing about international women athletes is that they maintain their feminine nature. They have a proper voice. I don't know what's going on inside, but they have feminine voice. Everything is proper, and the muscle quality is 20 times better. But here, all of these people are soft, not even shredded, and they compete. They take so much. This happens when you abuse steroids. Two things can happen when you abuse steroids. One thing, you get a lot of side effects. Second thing is you burn out. Your body is like, fuck it. Your receptors are like, fuck it, I can't put on any more muscle. When that happens, you need to be smart, lower your dosage, give some rest to your receptors, and then start off again. But where is it taking you? Bodybuilding as a sport, Arnold became famous because of bodybuilding, because at that time, bodybuilding was just getting into the heads of the people. Okay, so Arnold used bodybuilding to get into movies, and there has never been another Arnold. Only the top 2 IFBB or the top 3 IFBB pro bodybuilders, namely Phil Heath, Dexter Jackson, and maybe someone else, is making good money. Okay, and there are so many bodybuilders from the US, the UK, of Indian origin as well, who have crazy physiques. Okay, crazy physiques. So it is not about genetics, it's about knowledge. And if you see these people working out, it's completely different. They use proper form, heavy load. That is why they have that dense muscle. They don't go by all that lightweight high reps for muscularity and cuttings and all these things. They don't go by that. Okay, I'm just seeing the time. Okay, 30 minutes. So they don't go by that. They go by knowledge. They consider a workout and diet. And I'm pretty sure the amount of dope they are taking is nothing. Nothing as you think, guys. It won't be that much. Okay, of course genetics matter. I'm not saying genetics don't matter, but you'll only know your genetics when you properly reach that potential. So guys, this is where another problem comes in. 3 months into weight training, they just start taking steroids because they get influenced by other people. I'm not even kidding, guys. There have been times when I was like, what if I take them? how would I look? Because steroids are so powerful, they are very powerful. I'm not even kidding, they are so powerful. That is why people forget when they take steroids, they forget about being smart with their training, being smart with their diet. 90% of the bodybuilders that I've spoken to are on a low carb diet, a very very high protein diet, and they just eat veggies. I've heard bodybuilders eating boiled chicken, and that is how other people are getting fucked. These normal people, average Joe who goes to the gym, is getting affected. Of course, it is human nature that we will look at the biggest guy in the gym for advice, but God has given you the ability to think twice before making a decision. If you see a guy giving you certain advice, saying this is a new exercise that I've invented or discovered and this has helped me build this much muscle, just think twice. Does it go with the biomechanics, which means that is that how a body is supposed to move, or is he performing the function of the muscle, and is he doing it in proper form? If he's not doing it and you still apply, you are a stupid guy, you are a fool. Okay, but if you think twice, that is where your smartness comes into the play. That shows that you're a smart guy. So what happens is people go to the biggest guy, they seek advice, and of course the person will be trying to hide the fact that he's taking steroids. He'll just say that I'm working out like this, I'm working out like that. He'll put out a free program, he'll put 2-3 free programs just to win the heart of the people, and then none of these people will look anywhere close to their idol or their guru or their mentor. Okay, this is another big problem. So what you should do is, there are so many scholars or so many people who put out research based, evidence based stuff online for you to read. Go there, read, educate yourself. If you want to believe, you can believe me with the content that I put, and take some knowledge, because I'm just putting out whatever I read with this research reviews, this meta-analysis and all these things. That is what I go through on a daily basis. I learn from my friend who also does that, and that is what I put it out. I just don't Google things and go to forums and go see bodybuilders talking about certain things and put in my video. I've never done that, and I'll never do that. The only reason I follow people like Phil Heath, Kai Green, is just to understand the business side of bodybuilding or fitness, for understand the fitness industry and how to be a good businessman in the fitness industry. Being a good businessman doesn't mean I'm ever going to scam any one of you. If I'm a scammer, I will be caught. What goes up comes down. Okay, I'll tell you that. What goes up fast comes down faster. Okay, there are so many myths in Indian fitness, and I don't blame only the bodybuilders. I blame certain people who just Google things, outdated stuff, and just put out content to people, and people believe it. Like for example, there's eating bad rice, white rice is bad, and all these things. So the knowledge is lacking, guys. And one more thing that steroid does to people is they get stubborn, as I told you. So their mentality, they become so narrow-minded that they only concentrate on steroids. They forget that they can learn from other people as well. Other people, matlab, not people like me and you or anyone. Do some research. Just imagine where your physique can go. Okay, talking about steroids, yeah, that's what I wanted to talk in this video. And don't become a bodybuilder. If you want to take my advice, do take it. You will never make a lot of money. Of course, you can make money by scamming other people, normal, average people, because people are so desperate these days to get fit. And of course, you being the ripped, big, good-looking guy in the gym, they will come to you. But your time will soon go out, my dear friend. So educate yourself, become more knowledgeable, spread some awareness among people. Come out and be honest, be a real honest guy. Just don't say that I'm honest, you're not. If you're honest about bodybuilding, you wouldn't have made that much amount, you wouldn't have made a living out of bodybuilding by doing what you're doing. And these bodybuilders will never tell things that you don't want to hear. They'll only tell you things that you want to hear, which are the positives. Of course, to everything there are positives, guys. Doing a business, there are positives, there are negatives. But the health effects, guys, the side effects that I see on people, oh my god. And when they sweat, when these bodybuilders sweat, it stinks so bad, because their body is so toxic. The inside of their body is so toxic that the smell, the the odor is absolutely not to be saluted, and it is not the odor, the body odor. It's not the body odor. It is that bad toxic odor, guys, which disgusts me. I'm sorry, but if you are one of those guys, please take care of yourself better. And no, and I don't know, guys, I just wanted to talk about all these things because over the last few months, 6 months, 7 months, I've been frustrated, and just wanted to take some action about that. Okay, so I might have missed some points. I might make another video, but I'm tired of this. So yeah, my battery is also dying. Yeah, guys, mark my words, in a few years all these things that I've said today will make sense to you. I hope it's already making sense to you, but I hope it makes sense to you one or the other day. That's my goal. My goal is creating awareness, and that is what I will do for the rest of this year. By the end of this year, I would have finished my cut, or I would be 80% through my cut. And of course, I'll show you my full day of eatings as well, which will be the next video. But my goal is to create awareness first, then give out information, because I'm tired of giving so much information which you guys are not interested, guys. So what can I do? Just talk about the reality and create awareness. So I hope you like this video. It is late night, time to edit this video and put it out for you guys. I hope you all liked it. Do give a thumbs up, share this video if you want any of your gym buddies to be aware of this. Thanks a lot. Subscribe to my channel if you like my content. And what else, guys? What else do you want me to say? Comment down below as usual. I hope I will be brave enough to check your comments, because बहुत गालियाँ मिलती है यार. माँ पे जाते हैं, बाप पे जाते हैं, बहन पे जाते हैं, भाई पे जाते हैं, whatever. Anyways, guys, I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out.